Minecraft is a game that is really, really fun. And with millions of people around the world owning it, which is relatively close to 1 billion people, and more have come since the Nether update. Even though 1.16.2 completely malfunctions the Nintendo Switch, I feel like it also comes with a new ancient debris. In this video, I'm going to show you the best way to obtain ancient debris easily. Because by itself, it is a super rare ore. So first things first. This method works on both the Bedrock edition and the Java edition, but my example is the Bedrock edition. From here, mine down until you get to level 15. Mine dig straight down. If you're in creative mode, create one by one hole. If you're in survival mode, 2 by 2 holes are always a good option. If you do this in survival mode for the method, I'd recommend keep inventory meter on, as well as having good armor and a respawning go. So that way, if you die, you will not lose a lot of stuff. If you die, you won't lose all your stuff, which is okay. Always make sure you have a respawn info as well. That way, if you die, you can quickly respawn. You can quickly get back into the overworld. From here, the best strategy is to look for an island that is not encased in lava. Well, you don't have to. It is fairly recommended. Also, another tip if you're finding ancient debris is make sure not to go nether mining if you're in a basalt deltas, as the TNT method will not work as well. You could also risk using a wither. From that point, do some strip mining and then place a block of TNT. Make sure you are in a relatively safe area, so that way you don't get exploded by the TNT. As well as make sure you have good armor on. Also make sure that you have really good, you have strong armor on, such as. Well, you don't have to have any armor on for this. Make sure you're wearing decent armor, such as diamond or iron armor. I would also recommend you use enchantment handy for these situations. make sure you're in an area where you won't get completely blown up by the TNT. From that point, if you find any ancient debris, go straight up. Make sure you have a diamond pickaxe, as just like obsidian, it won't drop. It won't drop. Why? Well, I'm not entirely sure. From this point, mine the ancient debris, and you're good to go. This strategy is a very good handy method if you want to find yourself ancient debris. I recommend placing down some TNT, as well as a respawn angle to set your spawn point in the nether. That way, if you die, you can easily respawn back at your base. There are a couple things to note while you're down here in the mines. One note is that it is normal to find lava when going nether mining. As it generates in the nether. It's not as bad as you think, because ancient debris, unlike most ores, doesn't burn in lava. It's really interesting when you use the method. Also, encountering bedrock is you may also encounter some bedrock. All of these will happen. Encountering bedrock will happen at some point. Even if you finding bedrock will happen without a doubt. Also, when you place the TNT down, make sure you're a decent distance away from the TNT. That way you won't blow up and die. Place 4 TNT down is the best strategy for this. Also, when you are mining, you may not even find any ancient debris, just like what happened here. It is a whale thing. It is very well. Though it isn't as well as a golden apple, because there are various methods to collect ancient debris, such as the TNT one, which is, in my opinion, the most efficient way to collect it. You could risk spawning. You could also spawn a wither, but TNT is the safest, most efficient option when finding ancient debris. Also, keep in mind that it is common to find gravel when you're mining for ancient debris. You can place as many TNT as you want, but I do recommend placing 4 to 5 TNT regularly. Also, another strategy is to also never go nether mining in a basalt delta. I do not recommend you even use the strategy in a basalt deltas. Thanks to all the Blackstone underground. If you do use this strategy, if you do use the strategy, make sure that keep in mind of these things. Lava, you will encounter lava. No excuses there. Also, it is not uncommon to even find Blackstone. It's also common to get yourself to the bedrock layer. If you do use a strategy, if you do go nether mining, if you do go try to find ancient debris, keep in mind, ancient debris is a very rare ore. However, this strategy works really well with finding ancient debris. Gravel will appear a lot in this strategy is very efficient. Another thing to keep in mind is ancient debris is, unlike most ores, ancient debris can only be mined with a diamond pickaxe. However, if you find ancient debris, you just however, if you do find ancient debris, you kind of just got lucky. You could also increase. This strategy does work in the overworld as well, but unlike ancient debris, diamond ore is not immune. Is not immune. Is not immune to TNT, which means that this strategy is not as efficient to collect diamonds as it is to netherite. But anyways, that just about does it for me for now. This is a very efficient video. This is this video is very useful if you want to find ancient debris. But just note, keep in mind that finding ancient debris will take time. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!